Hi, I'm Will Howard, and we're at the second busiest airport in the state of Maryland. We're here at Easton Airport on Maryland's Eastern Shore. We're going to take a ride today in a T-34 by the president of Trident Aviation. We're with John Galderi, president of Trident Aviation. How many planes do you have?
The company currently operates about 40 total aircraft.
Okay, and that would include some out here?
Everything from our flight school training fleet, which is primarily Piper Warriors, which we're based here in Easton, and then we have another school in Milton, Florida, which is just outside of Pensacola. And we have the jets we keep in the hangar. We have a couple jets up at Martin State and a few in Boca Raton, Florida.
You also train the Naval Academy graduates on how to fly, right?
Correct. We teach, actually the program we run here in Maryland is for seniors. So the summer before their senior year, the last 4 years in a row, we've taught somewhere between 250 and 300 senior midshipmen as a intro to aviation program. So they come to us and they spend a month with us, and at the end of the month, the graduation requirement is the solo. So at 10 hours of flight time, between 10 and 11 hours, they go and fly the airplane themselves.
Now, when I took my test to learn how to fly, I got a 70. They're required, yes. They're required to have 90.
Yes. The reason the program is so successful, I would tell you the national average for flight time to solo is probably well in excess of 25 hours. I don't know the exact number. And the average in this program is 10. So
wow.
It's so accelerated. The Naval Academy, they put them in class for 2 weeks straight. So the first day they come here, when they get in the airplane, they know what every instrument, switch, procedure, checklist, they're ready to go.
They're bright kids.
They're bright kids, the future of our country, and it's not summer camp. They treat it like it's a training squadron. They want it to be tough, and they want the guys to realize that it's not Top Gun. When you go to Pensacola, it's not Top Gun. You're down there, you work hard, you study every night, and you get in the airplanes. And they come out and they do a great job. This summer we had an 86% pass rate, which was our best. So 86% of the students that came out here soloed in 10 hours.
That's just amazing.
It's fantastic.
I was 30. 30.
Yeah. So yeah, 30's very, very normal.
All right, tell me about this plane here.
So this plane is a T-34. It was born in 1955. It's a Beechcraft product. It was purchased by the Navy to do Navy primary training. So this is a post-World War II training aircraft, and it was used in that role from 1955 until 1981, when the Navy stopped using it and they upgraded to the new turbine. So they used the same airframe, but with the turbine engine on the front. In 1981, this airplane transferred to the Navy Reserves, I guess, or maybe the recruiting command. So they used it as a recruiting tool, and it had all a Navy paint scheme, and they flew it around the country to do recruiting and rides for individuals. And they did that for about 10 years. In the early 90s, a gentleman in Chicago purchased the aircraft from the Navy and made it a civilian aircraft, and he flew it until about 2007 when I purchased it from him. His story was he was a very interesting man, but he had a P-51.
Oh, cool.
And when he got to be about 70 years old, he said, this is a little too much airplane for me anymore. And he traded from his P-51 to the T-34. And then when he got to be about 85 years old or so, he put it for sale, and he met me, and we just hit it off, and he made me a fantastic deal because he wanted to see the airplane go to somebody that was going to continue to love it. So,
well, that's great.
So some of the things, although it's, I guess it would be almost 72 years old this year. This year, let's see, 1955 and now 60. I don't know. I'm doing about 62 years old. 62 years old. Some of the systems were a little outdated, and the avionics were a little outdated. So the airplane has new modern engine in it. It has all new electronics, new avionics. Very little of the original 1955 parts are here, but because it was built for the military, it's incredibly robust. It's in a lot better condition at 62 years old than some of our 15.
How many horsepower?
285.
And how fast does it go?
About 165 knots.
That's fast.
That's good.
Okay, and you can do aerobatics?
Airplane is certified for it. The engine is not. So the engine, you can do some aerobatics, but it doesn't have an inverted oil system. So
okay.
All of your aerobatics have to be positive G's, and when you put on some parachutes, you can certainly do that.
Let's go for a ride.
Let's do it.
Do.
Yeah. runway 4 is in use. Read back all runway hold short instructions and I fire altitude assignments. On initial contact, advise you of information whiskey.
Ground, good morning, Mentor 3-4 Victor Yankee at Trident Corporate. Information, I think it's Yankee. Ready to taxi VFR to the northwest.
And Mentor 3-4 Victor Yankee, Roger, we're going to switch to runway 15, taxi runway 15 via Bravo.
Bravo 15, thank you, 3-4 Victor Yankee. We have a bald eagle on the right here. Oh, cool. That's fantastic. Might have to stop and take a picture of that.
There they are.
No excuse for that one.
Oh, that was a good landing.
I was kidding. I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
34 Victor Yankee, turn left on Foxtrot and understand back to Trident Corporate.